something you want. All right? So he said, verse 13, everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, and he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of a full age, and who have by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. Now listen, we are talking, in this verse, we are parting from the world. This is not about learning how to be a little religious bigot. This is not about learning how to be a finger pointer when it says discerning what is good and evil. This is where you are wholly taken up in the spiritual world, and you are discovering what is good in that world and what might not be good in that world. You're having your senses, your conscience exercised to discern both life or death. Are you all hearing me? Because if you don't know what you're looking for, how will you find it? So strong meat, how do we get to the strong meat? Hold your finger there and go to John chapter 4. But if you go all the way around, he was talking to this woman, and then she leaves him, and she goes away, and the disciples come back, and in the meanwhile, she goes out to the rest of the city and starts telling them all about the Lord, and they're all starting to get interested in themselves. Verse 28, the woman left her water pot and went her way into the city, and saith to the men, come see a man which told me all things that I ever did. Is not this the Christ? Then they went out of the city and came unto him. In the meanwhile, his disciples prayed him, saying, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that you know not of. Amen. Now, what was that verse saying? Strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age. And when the disciples had left him, he was hungry. Naturally so. But when they came back with the meat and they offered it to him, he tells them, I have meat to eat that you know not of. Amen. And what was it? Therefore said the disciples one to another, hath any man brought him aught to eat? You know, they thought someone gave him a meal. Like today at dinner, lunch, everybody was make sure I had my plate. Brother Peter, did you eat? Did you eat? Yes, I have meat to eat you know not of. I was still full from the morning's meal. It was hard to put anything in my mouth at 1 o'clock, actually, because I was full of nourishment, because I was actually in the will of God. I was in the flow of the Spirit, and it fed my soul. Even as Jesus said to them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. So strong meat belongeth to them who by reason of use, who can come to understand that their real nourishment in life, their real source of food, is to fulfill God's will. Amen. To fulfill his will in this hour, according to what he has called you. Are you hearing me? So this leads me to make you hear again the fact that you cannot become what you're not. You know, we have heard preached in the church world, you must be born again. And really, that is not what the Bible teaches. And even though Jesus was saying it, and it's recorded that way, you have to understand what it really means. Because the very term, born again, is translated from the Greek, and it doesn't mean born again, it means born from above. Or it means born from the first. Or let me say it this way, born from the beginning. And so it says that he that believeth that Jesus is the Christ has the witness in himself. Now it troubles people when they hear me say, and I'm not the only one saying it, but when they hear me say that we were with him in the beginning. It just troubles people to no end. To be honest, it troubled me until I sorted it out in the way that it needed to be sorted out for me to understand. But it was not hard for me to grasp what was there and even beyond once I was able to lay out the word according to my understanding. So I had to do a little more research and a little more study. But not only did I come into an agreement, I even went a step further and said that the word in the beginning, Elohim, is all of us. All of us and us of previous generations, and perhaps, you know, I'm not going to say future generations, because whatever future generation is going to come are not going to come into the same world we're going to bring forth. Very soon, we're in an hour of transition. But you see, I don't see the end of the world, I see the continuation. And I see it taking on a new form, a new shape. It troubles people because they know that Jesus is a part of the Godhead. And the Godhead is symbolized in the pyramid, the triangle, the triangular equality. Then you take David's Star of David and you have the two triangles up and down, which shows the unity of God and man. The Greek church used to have a pyramid with an eye, an all-seeing eye sitting on top, looking out at everybody. But it's the ways we try to show these things, what we're hearing and seeing, we try to lay them out in a picture or a poem or a story, but it falls short of what it is. It troubles them because all of their life we've been told, you are nothing but a no good sinner. You are a sinner. You are not like Jesus. To this day, if I hear one more TV host say, we all can't be perfect, we're not like Jesus, I'm going to throw up. Because I am perfect. I am perfect. What do you mean I'm not perfect? I'll show you how perfect I am. Don't tell me I'm not perfect. Are you getting me yet? Are you talking to me? I'm not perfect, and what are you, Mr. Unperfection? The point is, the reason I claim perfection is because I've been made perfect. I've been made perfect by His righteousness. See, it says, by His one offering, He has made perfect once for all them who are sanctified by Him. Oh, we're gonna change. Man.